Hello everyone, welcome to another video. In this video, what we're going to learn about is binomial expansion. Alright, so let's look at example number 1. We're given x plus 1 to be multiplied by x minus 2. Now, the approach that we're going to use is to split the first bracket, and when we split it, we're going to use each term in the first bracket to multiply each term in the second bracket. So I'm going to take out the x from the first bracket, and I'm going to use this x to multiply the second bracket, which is x minus 2. Then I'm going to take out this positive 1. I'm going to use that plus 1 to multiply the second bracket, which is x minus 2. So that's the first step. To move from here now, what we're going to apply is the distributive property to each bracket, right? Which is to take what is on the outside of each bracket to multiply each term inside of the bracket. So we're going to take this x on the outside to multiply the first term here. So x times x, that's going to give us x squared. Then we're going to go back to the x on the outside, and we're going to use it to multiply the second term, which is minus 2. So x times minus 2, that's going to give us minus 2x. When we are finished with that bracket, we're going to move to the second one, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to use this plus 1 to multiply the first term. So 1 times x, that's going to give us x. So that's us plus x. Write it here. Then we go back to this plus 1, and we are going to use it to multiply the second term, which is negative 2. So 1 times negative 2, that's going to give us a negative 2. To get our final answer, we are going to combine the like terms. So we note we only have one x squared term, so we write that back. When you look, you have a term that is minus 2x, and you have another term that is plus x. These are like terms, right? So we can combine them to give us one term. So minus 2x plus x, that's going to give us minus x. And we only have one constant in this expression, so we write it back, which is just write back our minus 2. And we are finished. Let's look at example 2. We are given 2x minus 3 times x minus 4. Same approach. We're going to split the first bracket. So we're going to take 2x out. We're going to use that 2x to multiply the second bracket, which is x minus 4. Then we're going to take the minus 3 out. I'm going to use it to multiply the second bracket, which is x minus 4. So that's our first step. Our second step now, we're going to apply the distributive property, which is to use the term on the outside of the bracket to multiply each term inside. So we're going to take this minus, we're going to take this 2x to multiply the first term, which is x. So 2x times x, that's going to give us 2x squared. Then we're going to take the 2x to multiply the negative 4. So 2x times negative 4, that's going to give us negative 8x. We're finished with this one. Move to the second one. Now we're going to take negative 3 to multiply each term. So we're going to take negative 3 to multiply the first term, which is x. So negative 3 times x, that's going to give us negative 3x. Then we're going to take this negative 3 to multiply the second term, which is negative 4. Be very careful when you're multiplying negative numbers. So when you multiply two negative numbers, note that the result will be positive. So we have a negative 3 multiplying a negative 4. That's going to give us a positive 12. Now we're going to combine the like terms. So we're going to simplify this. So we only have one x squared term. So we write it back, which is 2x squared. Note that the middle term are like terms. So we have minus 8x and we have minus 3x. So minus 8x minus 3x, that's going to give us minus 11x. And all we need to do is to put back our plus 12. Let's look at the third example. Same approach. We have 5 minus 3y times 5 plus 2y. Split the first bracket, so we're going to take the 5 out. I'm going to use this 5 to multiply this second bracket, which is 5 plus 2y. Then we're going to take the minus 3y out. We're going to use it to multiply the second bracket, which is 5 plus 2y. Then we apply the distributive law, which is to take the term on the outside to multiply each term on the inside. So we're going to take this 5 to multiply the first term, which is 5. So 5 times 5, that's going to give us 25. And 5 times 2y, that's going to give us 10y. Then we move to this one. We're going to take this negative 3y to multiply the first term, and then we're going to take the negative 3y to multiply the second term. Be careful when you're multiplying with negative number. So note, a negative number times a positive number, the result is going to be negative. So we have negative 3y times 5, that's going to give us a negative 15y. And we have a negative 3y times a positive 2y, that's going to give us a negative 6y squared. And all we need to do is to simplify. So we have one constant term, which is 25. We write it back. Note that the middle terms are like term. So we have two y terms. So we have 10y minus 15y. That's going to leave us with minus 5y. And we put back our minus 6y squared. And we're finished. Let's look at the fourth example. Same approach. Now we're going to take the first, we're going to split the first bracket. So we're going to take the 2a out. We're going to use the 2a to multiply the second bracket, which is 3a plus 1. Then we're going to take the plus 4 out. We're going to use it to multiply the second bracket, which is 3a plus 1. Then we're going to apply the distributive property. So we're going to use this 2a to multiply each term in this bracket. So 2a times 3a, that's going to give us 6a squared. Then 2a times a positive 1, that's going to give us positive 2a. Then we're going to use this plus 4 to multiply each term in the bracket. So 4 times 3a, that's going to give us positive 12a. And a positive 4 times a positive 1, that's just going to give us positive 4. All we're going to do is to simplify. So we have 1 a squared term, we keep it, which is to write back our 6a squared. Note that the two terms in the middle, they are like terms, so they can be combined to give us 1. So we have 2a plus 12a, that's going to give us 14a. And we put back our constant term, which is our plus 4. And we're finished for that one. This one, the same idea. We're going to split the first bracket, so we're going to take 3p out. Use the 3p to multiply the second bracket, which is 6 minus 2p. Then we're going to take the negative 2 out. Then we're going to use the negative 2 to multiply the second bracket, which is 6 minus 2p. Then at this stage, we're going to apply the distributive property, which is to use the term on the outside to multiply each term inside of the bracket. Alright? So 3p times 6, that's going to give us 18p. Then 3p, be careful here because we have a negative number. So 3p times a negative 2p, that's going to give us a negative 6p squared. Then we're going to do the same thing to this bracket. Use the negative 2 to multiply each term in the bracket. But be careful when you are multiplying negative numbers. So we're going to take this negative 2 to multiply a positive 6. It means that the result will be negative. So negative 2 times positive 6, that's going to give us a negative 12. When you multiply two negative numbers, the result will be positive. So note we have a negative 2. We're going to use it to multiply a negative 2p. It means that the result will be positive. So negative 2 times negative 2p, that's going to be positive 4p. Here, what we're going to do, because the terms are scattered, we're going to group the like terms, right? So we're going to put the like terms beside each other. So you note we have two p terms, right? So that means those can be rewritten beside each other. So we're going to put our 18p here. We're going to move this plus 4p and we're going to write it here. And then we're just going to write back the others, which is our minus 6e squared and minus 12. Now note 18p plus 4p can be combined to give us one term. So this will combine to give us 22p put back all the other terms, which is minus 6p minus 12. 6p squared, sorry, minus 12. Now you can always rearrange it if you want, but you can leave your answer as that. Alright? Now to our last example, same idea. We're going to take the first term out, which is 3, and to use it to multiply the second bracket, which is 4p plus 2. Then we're going to take the minus 3b out, use that to multiply second bracket, which is 4b plus 2. Then we apply the distributive property. So 3 times 4b, that's going to give us 12b. Then 3 times positive 2, that's going to give us a positive 6. Then negative 3b times 4b, that's going to give us a negative 12b squared. And negative 3b times a positive 2, that's going to give us a negative 6b. So here, again, we're going to group the like terms. So we have a 12b. We can move this 6b from down here and put it here and put minus 6b here. We can put back our 6 plus 6 and put back our minus 12b squared. So 12b minus 6b, that's going to give us 6b plus 6 minus 12b squared. And this is always a quadratic, so we can always rearrange it and put the square term first. So if we rearrange it, it would be minus 12b squared plus 6b plus our constant 6. And that's it. Thank you for watching, and do enjoy the rest of your day. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share.